a secret. I'm actually on my way home from work right now, but I just thought that I would start recording because I am so fucking tired. And I only worked 4 hours tonight, but I am so tired. There's something about working in the blasted, godforsaken heat. It's actually atrocious. I might go through the car wash even though I have no money because there is a fucking spider on my window. I will say, if it was like on my passenger window or something, that would be fine. The only reason I'm not freaking out that much is because it's really, 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 really tiny. But trust and believe, when there was a bigger spider on my window, I literally refused to get out of my car until someone killed it and made sure that there was no other traces of another arachnid anywhere, and I even climbed out the passenger seat. I cannot stand spiders. I can't even, in our household, we literally don't even use that word. I say S word because the word itself scares me, and I can't even begin to describe the fear I feel when I hear that word. I don't know why. It's not like I have some deep childhood rooted memory or anything associated with them. I just really hate them. Sorry, not sorry. But fun fact, I will literally, as long as it doesn't fly and is the size of your hand, honestly, if there's another bug in the house, I'll kill it. I don't care. I just can't handle S words. I'm tempted to go to the pool tonight, as I do have an hour before my girlfriend gets home, and I'm tempted to go by myself, but it's 90 degrees, which means that there's probably a ton of kids there because it's the middle of summer, and I do not want to be surrounded by a ton of children at the pool. I just want to be in peace when I'm at the pool, honestly. Plus, I was gonna film my makeup portion of the video anyways, and I was gonna edit this video and put it in YouTube Studio and get it ready to go and whatever. So I guess not today, but hopefully sometime. I technically haven't swam in this pool. I stepped foot in it when I first moved in, but the water was so fucking cold I never actually got in. And then recently, when they first opened the pool about a month ago, I did go, but the water was so fucking cold again that I couldn't really do anything, so I just left. But now it's been so freaking hot that the water had to have warmed up, right? I got a drink. Before I am a barista, and so I brought a drink home because why not? Barista 15 is real. I feel like I've gained more than 15 pounds. I feel like I gain weight by just breathing. Oh, that's a really cool car. It's a magenta maroon fusion color, and it's a Corvette, but vintage and a comfortable at the same time. So fire. Anyway, one day I have got to tell you guys the stories from the customers that I deal with on a daily basis. I knew going into this job that there were going to be some bitches, okay? Because I worked in customer service at Bath & Body Works. It was my first job. And, well, it wasn't my first job, but it was my first job working for a company. I used to babysit and mow lawns literally my first job and had taxes and like all that junk. So I was aware of customers and how insane and dumb and stupid and annoying they can be. No hate, but all the shade towards the older women that would come in and literally threaten to fight me because I wouldn't accept their Bed Bath and Beyond coupon at Bath and Body Works. Yes, the colors are similar, honey, but if you look at your coupon, it expired 10 years ago. 1 and 2, it's a completely different corporation. But all that aside, I knew people were crazy. I knew people were going to be on one. But I have literally been so humbled because the dumbest of the dumb will come in and then they'll pick an argument with me because they know I can argue back, and they'll be so rude to your face just because they can, because they know they have the power over you and you can't talk back to them. Now, I'm not gonna say I've never talked back to a customer. There have been times where I've said something passive aggressive, I guess. Allegedly, I've said something passive aggressive, but I've never had attitude with a customer, and I've never blatantly disrespected them like they have to me, even though I would have every right to, because people are just so nasty towards people that work in customer service, which is crazy when you think about it, because our entire job is to help you. My entire job is to make food or drinks for you. My entire job is to, if you work in customer service, your job is literally to make people happy. So I don't understand where people get off fucking coming at you just for doing your job, or just in general. I think it's crazy because, and I have never done this, I swear on my life I've never done this, but people can mess with your drink, or your food. They can spit in your food, they can put stuff you didn't want in there, they can make it with regular dairy milk instead of non-dairy milk. There are 1,000 things I could do that are petty to get my revenge back on you. Why would you deliberately treat me like shit, knowing that I'm handing you something you're going to put in your mouth and into your body? That is crazy to me. I would never. You know how many times I have just driven away with the drink I didn't order because I didn't want to be a bother, or how many times I ate a dish that wasn't actually mine or wasn't made properly because I didn't want to be a bother. How do people have the balls and the audacity to be rude? Even if I got the courage to say something, it would never be along the lines of, this is your fault, you need to fix it immediately. All this yappa yappa, basically to say, you fucked up. Okay, well, how about just say, I'm so sorry. I actually don't think that this is what I ordered. Is there any way we could get it fixed? Or, what can we do to change this? I'm not saying you have to kiss the ass of the customer service person you're talking to, but it's just common decency. I wouldn't go up to some random person and start talking to them with an attitude, because you never know. Especially these days, you never know. Even if I did want to get sassy and talk back, I would never, because people these days just be doing anything. People carry guns like their wallets now. People will just drop kick you on your head for anything, a side glance, anything. I just pulled in, but I'm gonna park for a second and talk about this because I have more to say. But it's so crazy to me because I've literally been in the drive-thru window, right? And I went to cash out these people, and in order to get to his wallet, he had to move his gun that he had in his cup holder. And his cup holder, are you fucking crazy? said, be gentle